Well, isn't that fun? I just went through all that ghoulishness and yeah, my mic was muted. Okay, so these are 3D printed Halloween decorations done by my husband. I went through and said hello to everybody, and yeah, my mic was muted. So I'll go through and say hello again. Hello, Ams. Hello, Brandy. Hello, Dana. Hello, Sassy. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Devissa. Hello, Terry Lynn. Hello, everyone. No, yours isn't broken. It's me being silly. So, all of these ghoulish things were printed by my husband. The lights are down low so that you can see the lights inside. Makes them glow. So we've got a devilish little brew here. And then, of course, a baby brew just because, the children need something to go to bed with. And then we have, of course, our wonderful little ghoulish ghosties. And we've got four of those watching over us today. We've got a blue, a green, a purple, and a wonderful little red one. So I'm going to put these away because we have a wonderful little witch to work on. And of course, we have some fantastic Halloween birthdays this month. And of course, one of those is Heather Valentin's. So she is um, our featured, oh, sorry, artist of the month because it is her birthday. So we will be working primarily on her stuff. Yes, they're just absolutely fantastic. I just love them. And I'm surprised the little lights, they don't ever turn off, and they've been on now for over a day. So I was quite surprised that they were still on. And of course, once we are done with the Heather Valentin picture here, we will be going and completing today's hug. So, hug number 55. I'm going to mute you for just a moment and turn the lights back on because I had to turn them all off so you guys could see the glow. Okay, hopefully that works properly there. All right, so we've got our wonderful hug today. And Taraline, I saw that you had done yours already. Yes, and your birthday is already passed. And of course, happy birthday again. And we are going to be working on the three little pigs today. Yay! I love the three little pigs. They're so cute. But that's after we finish the wonderful little witchy witch. And I think I need to correct the lighting a bit on there. That's a little better. And we're going to zoom it out just a little bit so you can see the full thing. Because of course I moved the camera and everything so you can see the witch's brew and everything. Hello, Sarah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dana. I hope you're feeling better. So what we're going to do today is we're going to continue to work on this picture. We're going to finish off all of the coloring aspects of it. We're going to put in some shadows and different things around the windows and of course the bottles, and then we're going to be using some glow in the dark paint. We'll be using some neon green glow in the dark paint for the brew that has spilled. And of course some wafting, I guess you could say. So what we're going to be working with today, of course, is the Pablo, Caran d'Ache Pablos, because that's what we were working on this picture with before. So I'm just going to adjust my eyes to the light. I don't do well with the dark. So we're going to just grab. Okay, so this one is just straight brown, and I'm going to switch on over to the close-up camera so you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to go in and outline and put in some different shadowy areas on the bricks and the stones. I hope everyone is doing well today. Well, make sure that you get lots of water, Dana. Need to drink lots and lots of water. I know you weren't feeling well the last time that you were visiting and on the channel. Hopefully, you're able to keep some food down, which will help you with that blood sugar. And of course, you guys can't see anything I'm doing because I'm off screen. Isn't that nice of me? Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Valerie. Am I still off screen? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm just using the Caran d'Ache Pablos, and I'm using number 59, which is brown. And I'm just going through and putting in those different movements and aspects of the stonework. Okay, good. So I hope you are all ready for the Harry Potter-a-thon on the weekend. Of course, that starts on Friday. So hopefully that you are all ready for that. Of course, if you go to the video that I have scheduled, there is a link in the description for the schedule for all the other YouTubers, artists, and wonderful people who are going to be participating. So as you remember, I used the King Art gel sticks on the background here the last time. Now it is completely dry and embedded into the paper. So I can rub this now and it's not going to come off. And that's what we were wanting, was to be able to add the color from the pencils on top of it without scratching it off, without rubbing it off with the pencil movements. Alright, and I'm going to grab this darker one as well. Excuse me. Thank you, Dana. I appreciate that. Alright, now we're going to go in with the darker one on the rest of these areas that I've put in the brown. This is the dark, this is the umber. And I've started already on the other side with some umber, so I'm going to just put some brown in that umber. And then we're going to come back over to this side and put some umber in the brown. And I've got to sharpen my umber. No problem at all, Dana. Now, I have been watching the news, which I don't usually like to do very often, but there was some shipping information on the news for this holiday season. So I wanted to make sure that if you have any um, interest in purchasing anything out of the 3D shop, please do so within the next month or so if you want that for Christmas um, presents and that sort of thing, because shipping might be difficult this year, and take some delays, which of course I would rather they didn't, but unfortunately, that's the story that they're putting out there right now. So, yeah, I definitely need to start drinking some water, lots and lots of water. It'll make you feel better, keep your hydration up, especially if you're feeling weak. So anyway, yeah, if you need to buy anything from the store for Christmas, try to get those orders in before the end of November so that we can be sure to get them out to you before Christmas. Because of course there's printing time and shipping is going to be delayed. Okay, so I'm just putting in that dark umber into the darker areas of the stonework. And creating that shadowed effect. I'm going to move up to the top of the stones here. This is the boring part, really. The most exciting part will be adding the different glows and bringing all the life to the picture. I find working with browns not as interesting as working with bright colors. And I think that's just a personal thing because, bright colors are always better. Thank you, Dana. I appreciate that. And of course, I'm all ready for Halloween with the spider webs. I thought about getting my nails done, but that would require going out of the house and actually peopling, so I chose not to. I have tried to do my own, and it just does not work out well for me, so. Add a little bit more of this this brown color over into the umber, adding a little bit more of that red tone to the bricks. I am actually coloring. I have put it away so it wouldn't get broken. I am actually going to paint a 3D picture. I'll switch over to the main camera so I can show you. Of Dobby. So this is a 3D printed picture out of the Harry Potter coloring book that my husband has printed, and I will be painting him for the Harry Potter-a-thon. Yes, it's a Dobby. Oh, awesome, Dana. Back over to the close-up here. I've been trying to figure out his skin tone. And I've been practicing on a failed print. I don't know how well this is going to turn out, but I'm going to try. He's got such a interesting skin tone. It's a pink with grays in it, and of course it's hard to figure out those types of colors when you're coloring with acrylic paint. So, and I was going to do a giveaway. Well, I'm still going to do a giveaway. It's just not going to be this thing that I was expecting to give away. I was going to do a giveaway of another 3D print from the same book, but unfortunately, all the with 3D printing, sometimes the printers decide that they don't like what you're printing, and they will fail. The print will fail. So, unfortunately, all the prints that we were doing for Dobby and for the giveaway, none of them came out right. So, my husband's going to try again, but I think it's just the way that they are, because they're not colored, they're very thin. So I think it's just the way that the printer is doing them. So instead, I will be giving away a Harry Potter coloring book instead. Hey, Catherine! Welcome, welcome. And hello, all of your wonderful, wonderful children. Harry, or no, no, I've got that wrong. I have it here. Harvey. Harvey. Um, Paul and Anna. Hello, everyone. So I'm going to move over to this side now. And we're just going to put in some shadowing around her hair on the window. And I'm going to come back through this with a little bit of black and do that shadowing as well. Now, I do believe, if I understood her post, that Rhea won't be streaming today. If she is lurking, let me know, because I don't want to send everybody off to see Rhea and have her not be streaming. That would be rude. Yeah, when we start getting up there, you find a lot of different things that you would normally not even think about or off the wall a little bit. And I'll be coming through and of course adding some color to the window as well as the shadows, because we're going to have a bit of a green glow from the spilled potion. Still doing the bricks. I thought about doing these all without y'all, so you weren't so bored with coloring bricks, but I got sidetracked with other things. I have to remember to go back and put through the darker brown, otherwise I'm going to end up with a stone that's missing it and it's going to look funny. Now I thought about doing these stones in gray, but I think that the brown gives it the brown gives it a little bit of that dirty, musty, spooky feel. And I'm off screen again. And the Pablos are really good for this because they do maintain their tip quite well. And I don't have to sharpen them a whole lot, and they're just really smooth, so you're not feeling like you're scratching off or lifting up that gel stick from underneath. Hi Dawn, welcome, welcome, and thank you very much. And you can take your darker colors here and add little indents and other things to your stonework. And if you haven't already gone over to Heather's shop or her YouTube channel, she's having a huge thing right now for Halloween. And she was live on Sunday, which was a fun live. Unfortunately, my computer decided to crash 3/4 of the way through it, so I missed the ending. But I was able to watch it over. Hi there, Tammy. How are you? Hi, Katrina. Welcome, welcome. So if you haven't already gone over and checked out her YouTube channel, please make sure you do because she's having so much fun and does every year with Halloween and the season. And her birthday is actually on Halloween. So, she is all about the season, all about having fun with it. So make sure you go over and check out Heather's YouTube. She also has a Patreon and a store for her books as well. She has put out a lot of books and they are all fantastic. So make sure you check that out. Okay, so we've got the stonework around the window done. Now we're going to work on the stonework on the wall. Hi, Gail. Hi, Deb. Welcome. We're going to grab a bit of a more terracotta kind of color for these bricks. So we're going to grab some burnt sienna. Good to hear, Tammy. Oh, she does. She has some adorable books. I just absolutely love, love, love them. And I am part of her Patreon group, and she treats her Patreons very, very well. So if that is something that you're available for, be sure that for the few pennies that she charges for her Patreon, it is well worth it. I think she has three different tiers, $1, $5, and $10, and all of them are just very worth it. And of course, next Wednesday, which is going to be on the 20th, I will be having a couple of guests, and we will be coloring Heather Valentin. And she has stated that she may stop into chat and hang out with us in the chat. So be sure to be here next week if you have any questions for her, if she isn't lurking already. Oh my goodness, that they are so cute. So I'm just going in now with the brown, just giving it a little touch more of that red tone, but still keeping it dark and eerie looking. And then the umber as well for these shadowy areas. Exactly. You never know when she's lurking. I don't mind if she lurks. And of course, I want to say hello and welcome to all the lurkers out there. For all those people that are just listening and hanging out, I appreciate you and I appreciate you coming to visit. And then we're just going to go in with the more red tone. The one thing that's fantastic about stonework and brickwork is they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be the same. They don't have to have perfect movement of color because bricks and stones are a very natural oddity. They are different shapes, different sizes, different colors in each and every one. So you're not going to always get um, the exact same movement in every piece. So this one here, I've got a lot more gray in. So I'm just going to put in that dark brown for the shadowy areas and let the gray stand out in it. And of course her store, which is in the description below, um, she does have where you can purchase her paper books, which of course you can do on Amazon and in her shop. I would suggest and fully endorse purchasing from directly from her shop, so that more of the purchase price goes to the artist and not to Amazon. Yeah, her work is just fantastic. And you get cute little things, little witches. They're so adorable. All right, and then down here as well, we've got way more um, of the gray area than the red. So once again, we're just going to come in with that dark brown and do those shadowing areas, lightening it up as we get further into where the light from the glow is going to hit. Yes, exactly. She not only does she during her Patreon videos, because she does Patreon videos, not only does she color with her tablet, and if you keep an eye on her channel this month especially, she will be doing all sorts of different ways to color with pencils, with markers, and uh, painting. Last year she did a gorgeous painting. Uh, yeah, she's got so many things up her sleeve. But if you join her Patreon, she puts out some great videos on how to do certain things, and I've learned quite a bit from her. So now I'm going to take a bit of a browny gray. Yeah, Eleanor and Pickles is great. So this is a brown beige, and I'm just going to go over the entire brick here because I want it to be a little bit darker in that gray color. Just blending it all in. And I think I'm going to do the same thing up here. Just to blend that in a little bit more. Eleanor and Pickles are characters that Heather Valentin has created that are just adorable. Now we've got more reds going on here, so we're going to use the burnt sienna on the edges here. Yes, Pickles is a frog. So, like this guy here. And Eleanor is a wonderful little character that has big framed glasses, and she's just so cute. And then we're just going to do a little bit of this darker umber color on the edges. And the great thing about Heather's work is you can buy it all digitally, so you don't have to wait for the books. You can download the digital and just print them out yourself, or if you're not able to do that, you can definitely purchase a regular papered book. Yes, he's a froggy. I just love the little froggy. So once again, going in with the burnt sienna, because these ones I want to be a little bit redder, more of that brick, terracotta brick color. And her stuff is so easy to color and just make adorable. Okay, just once again going through with that burnt umber, adding that terracotta color. And then we're going to go through with a little bit of brown in the deeper areas. And enhance those. And a little bit of the umber as well. Yeah, exactly. You can just reprint it. You can, color the same picture over and over again with different mediums, with different, or with different media, with different colors, all that fun stuff. If you have a printer, digital is definitely, and also you can choose what paper you're putting that on. You don't have to just color on the paper that is provided by the coloring book producer. Because sometimes you just want to do a little bit of watercolor, or you want to do a little bit of marker and all that stuff. I don't know how many times I have to turn off those notifications before they actually turn off. Keep on getting notifications from my email saying you have mail. Yeah, it's junk mail. I don't really care. So I'm just putting a little bit of that in. Now I'm going to add some of that brownish beige here, which is a bit of a gray brown color. Just for that shadowing area there. And we're going to do the same thing to the rocks around the window as well. Just blending all that color in. I know there's a brownie beige already on the rocks. I'm just making it a little bit darker in certain areas. I'm just adding a little bit more to those shadows and areas that I wasn't able to get into with the gel pen. Making sure that we get all those shadows taken up, all those areas. And darkening up any areas that we don't want to have an extreme amount of light colors on. Any areas that are going to be touched with the light of the glow from this spill will have the green on them. So, alright, so there, that's that. Alright, so now we're going to do the bottles here. And we're going to start with a nice medium purple. So we're going to start with aubergine for the back side of the bottle here where it's going to be shadowed. And under here as well. It's putting in the shadow of the neck. And in this area. Now I'm not going to put too much in the front there because it's going to have a bit of a glow from the spill, so we'll be adding some yellow to that. A little bit of that lime green tone. Oh, I've got to shift you here. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Now I'm going to color in this area down here with the darker purple, giving the illusion that there's liquid in this bottle. And this is a label. We're going to take a little bit of this brownish orange. And we're just going to dirty up this label a little bit. Unfortunately, the stamp I ordered didn't come in, so I won't be able to do the stamp, but that's alright. I ordered a skull and crossbones little stamp that I was going to stamp the bottles with, but it didn't come in. And I am not good with that. I will see if I have any stencils, and I might put a stencil on it, but I am not very good with doing the drawing part here, so I'm not going to draw on it. But I will, if I find a stencil, I will put a stencil on it of this skull and crossbones. So I'm just using that gray, brownish gray color here, or brownish beige is what it's called. It's more of a gray tone to me, but excuse me. I have a tickle in my throat and it's driving me crazy. And then we're going to take a little bit of a light purple, if I can find one that I want to use. This one here. This is periwinkle blue. So we're just going to gently bring those colors together into the bottle here. Just feathering it out, giving it that curvature. Like that. Hi, Heather. Welcome, welcome. You can pop in anytime. I'm just coloring bottles. And of course, Heather Valentin is the one that we have been talking about all afternoon. And of course, she is just one of the sweetest people I have ever met. And I haven't actually physically met her, but I have met her on the YouTubes and the Facebook and all that fun stuff. And she's just one of the sweetest people I know, so one of them. I have lots. And her talent is just absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I have learned so much from watching her videos and from listening to her and talking to her. Okay, so once again, just doing the same thing here on this upper bottle. Just bringing that darkness up a little bit from the shadows of the teapot, as well as down here. We're going to darken this up, making it look like the bottle has liquid in it. Just going to take a bit of this darker, little bit of this blue, periwinkle blue here for the shadows. If you press on it, a lot of that blue comes out a little bit more than the red in the purple. Makes a really good shadow tone. And then we're going to take the browns. Yes, we were just gushing over your art. don't mind us. Of course, Heather is my featured artist for the month, so I have been coloring most of her work. Mind you, I haven't got a whole lot done, so I will be coloring more, I promise. And then we're going to do the cork, so we need a little bit of lighter brown, so I'm going to grab a bit of Van Dyke brown. And we're going to go down into the bottle here with the cork. And there we go with the bottle. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it, Heather. And yes, I am almost all done with it. I've just got a few of the effects to put in, and then it should be, well, it'll be all done. Definitely not you know, perfection, but I like it. I think she's turning out quite cute. Yes, absolutely, Heather. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. So I'm not going to put this one with any dark areas beyond the shadows because this one is spilled over, so it is empty. Absolutely. And, happy birthday month, and you are welcome anytime. I love it when she comes in and chats. All right. So another person that really enjoys Heather's work, of course, is Evelyn. Um, and she has been coloring quite a bit of her work as well. So, and her coloring is just fantastic. I hope she's feeling better. She wasn't feeling very well last weekend, so hopefully she's feeling better. Now we're just going to take a little bit of light pink on this one. And then we're going to put in the tones for the label. And there we have our other bottle. Now I'm going to zoom you out a little bit because it seems that it zoomed in quite a bit here. And I want to show the whole bottom area. Okay, so now we're going to do the floor. And I'm going to zoom you out just one more and move my, there we go, so that I'm not coloring off the edge. Because yeah, that would suck. Hi there, hon. Are you on your way home from work? My husband has popped in. So we're going to take some sepia and we're going to do the shadowing areas on the floorboards and the baseboard. Getting all those edges worked in there. Making sure that there's some shadows around the bottles. That are going to show through that green paint, because we are going to be adding, like I said, that glow in the dark green paint as a type of mist coming up off of this spill. So there's going to be some reflection of it on everything that's on the floor. So we want these areas to be fairly dark so they show through that color that we're going to paint on the floor and the surrounding areas. Okay, now we're going to take a bit of this lime green . Hi, Alex. Welcome, welcome. How was your walk home? Exactly. Going to get gas is always, you know, annoying. But he's on his way home from work, so he has to deal with the annoyance of it anyway. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly add some of this glow into the bottle and into the baseboard and into the floor, so that when I go over it with the paint, I don't have to put that paint on heavy. And make sure that the glow on the handle of the teapot is There, the glow on the face of the froggy is there, and the glow in her dress as well, and in her boots. And up. So anywhere that I feel that the glow has diminished a little bit by the coloring of the piece, because as you rub your hands on things, colors fade just a little bit. I'll put a little bit on here, a little bit under here. So anywhere that you feel that glow is going to be hitting, we're going to put a bit of that green. Aw, I'm sorry your phone's not behaving. Give it a firm talking to. And if it continues to not behave, take it back. Threaten it. Tell it if it's not going to behave, you're going to be returning it to the store. They'll behave after that. I'm putting some of the green into the window here as well, for not only the glow coming in through the window, but the glow coming off of the spill. Also putting it up the walls. All of those areas that are going to pick up that glow a little bit. Because some of these areas we're not going to be putting the paint itself directly on, but we want that look of the glow going up the wall. Alrighty, so I think we've got most of the glow in there. Now for the fun part, or the scary part, whichever way you want to look at it. I'm afraid of this part. I'm always afraid I'm going to mess it up. So we're going to actually take a look at it first before I completely mess it up. So there we have the coloring part of it done. Now I've got my paint here, which I'm going to shake up. And I've got a small brush here. And I'm going to try not to completely ruin this picture. I've got some water to rinse off the brush, and of course I've got some so let's start over here. I start in an inconspicuous area. Now for the green part, for this part here, I'm just using a little bit, put a bigger dollop down here at the end, and I'm just spreading it through the area without putting a huge amount of it on there. Just enough to make it green. Not enough to completely wash out the colors that are there. Might have wanted to tape this down. The brush is moving it. And I'm staying within the spill area here with this glow in the dark color for now. Thank you. I appreciate that. And hopefully this does what I want it to do and doesn't just completely ruin the picture. But it is a PDF, so the great thing is if I do ruin it in this final stages, I can just reprint it and do it over again. Not that I really want to, because it's taken me a while to color it, but I can if I need to. That's the only part about doing it with an acrylic paint is it's not as forgiving as doing it with a colored pencil. So just getting this down here first. Trying to get a thicker layer down at the edge for the shadows of the spill, because it's going to be deeper there. The shadow is, not the spill. Well, I guess it all depends upon which way it's spilling from, isn't it? Looks like it's all coming from the teapot, which is what I am assuming as I paint. Alright, so we've got the spill itself painted in. Just going to put a few little adjustments. Now, because I've done this so thin, it dries quite quickly. So it gives me the ability to work over top of it fairly quickly. Trying not to put any really thick areas on. And I'm working with a very small brush so that I'm not putting gobs and gobs of this paint on, so that I have a little bit more control of it, and so I don't completely warp the paper, because this is acrylic is a water-based paint. It does tend to warp the paper a little bit. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in green areas of the teapot, making those glow too. And I'm just using what is on the lid from me shaking up the bottle. So that I don't have a lot on the brush. Which gives me a little bit more control over where it's going. Because, yeah, I need to know where it's going because otherwise I'm going to make a mess. Okay. Now I'm not going to put too much into her dress here, but I am going to put a couple of little bits on the edges here where the glow is going to show the most. Yep. Like that. And then up here on the teapot. Alright. And on the handle. Yes, it's glow-in-the-dark paint. It's phosphorus paint. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse that out. Get that out of my brush, maybe. My brush wants to hold on to that. And we're just going to dry off the brush a little bit and just make sure that we move that around into all those areas that we want it in, that it's not clumping in any particular areas. Like that. Now I'm going to grab one of my, there it is. No, that's not a good one. I need one of my palettes. And I thought, oh, there they are. I thought I had one out, but I put it away because it needed to be washed. So I've got a palette here, and I'm going to take a little tiny bit of the yellow. I will. I'm going to actually turn a flashlight on it and make it pick up that light, and then I'll turn off the lights. got a little bit of the yellow. I'm trying to be careful so I don't spill it everywhere. Oh, where did I put my brush? There it is. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing, but I'm going to move the painting, the picture, so that I don't spill it on top of it, because just my luck, I will. So I've got some yellow, and I'm going to put one little tiny drop of the green. There we go. I made a mess. Good thing I have paper towel. Okay. So we're going to mix those together, making a much lighter green. Okay. Throw that in there. Now for the fun part. We have cotton balls. Now, if this does what I want it to do, this should look pretty cool. So I'm just going to dip it. And I'm just going to dab it. So it looks like a waft or a haze is coming up off of that spill over top of everything and everybody. All right. I think that has given us the effect that we wanted. What do you guys think? So what we're going to do is we're going to let this dry. I'll show you what it looks like with one before it goes dry. As soon as I can find, where did I put it? I had it. Where did I put it? Ay, ay, ay. I have a flashlight here and I put it somewhere so I wouldn't lose it. Isn't that always the way? Where did I put it? I thought I am going to need this for my demonstration. I should not lose this. So what do? I put it somewhere where I'm going to lose it. Okay, so hold on 2 seconds. Also, children like to move things on me, so that's always a thing. I know I have another one in here, so we'll use it instead. I'll use my keychain one. So I'm going to do this under the table so that it doesn't completely blind you. Alexa, turn off the lights. Kitchen. Which one did you want? Kitchen. do it from up here so it doesn't blind you. So it's hard to do because I'm trying not to blind the light or the camera. So hold on 1 second. Let's turn this off. Put it up here to show you where all that glow is. So hopefully you can see where the glow is up on the windows and the walls and the floor. It's much more in person, of course. But it does glow. I'm trying to find a setting here so that it's not blinding everybody. So there is our glow in the dark teapot. And the basic way is, basically just building that color up with your gel sticks, adding the additional tones and depths, and then just taking a little bit of that paint and making it look like it's wafting up through the air and sticking to the walls. Of course, a lot of people that are able to draw and able to paint are able to do a little bit more with it. I'm going to let this dry and then I'm going to go through with the bubbles and add the white gel pen to it so that they are a little bit more, have a little bit more movement and stand out a little bit more. I'm going to turn that back up so that you can see better. Alexa, turn on the kitchen lights. There we go. So I'm going to take a little tiny bit of this yellow. I'm not quite sure how to help you with that. Alexa's being a snot. Rinse off this brush. Maybe I'll just grab a new brush because I need something a little bit smaller. Okay, so I've got a really fine tip brush here. We're going to put it in the yellow. We're just going to add a bit of yellow into that green. I think my husband just came home. And then when we go around it with the white gel pen, it'll stand out more. Okay, so there is our Heather Valentin, and it is Rory. Let's see if I can remember the name of it. Of course, the name of the picture and where to get this picture in a digital format is on the information below the video. This is Rory and the Teapot Cauldron, or Spilled Teapot, something like that. Heather's going to shoot me. Hi there, Beauty Care Central. Thank you very much. I did not see you come in. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. And we'll shift it around. Maybe you can see the glow a little bit better on the walls. But we're going to let it dry. I'm going to come back through with some white gel pen, of course, to do the highlights. And if I do find the skull and crossbones stamp or stencil, I'll put the skull and crossbones on the bottle. But we're going to let this dry. Otherwise, I can't do anything else with it. Now, the paint that I've used is called Neon Nights. It's a glow paint. It's got phosphorescence in it. And of course, I do have a link for this, I do believe, on today's deals. So does come on sale all the time on Amazon. So I will leave a link for it in the description below after the video, as well as a link to the Pablos, and I have left some links to Heather's work as well. Now it's time for a hug. So it's time to do some piggies. Of course, keep your paper in between your pages so that you don't transfer that color onto a different page. And today's hug is hug number 55. Yesterday's hug was this one. And then today's hug is going to be these cute little piggies, which is, of course, the three little pigs. I like the three little pigs. They're so cute. And I'm going to grab a couple of holders here so that I can pin them down so that I don't have to hold on to them so much while I'm coloring them. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. Biggie hugs. Absolutely. Tammy, do you know if... Oh, awesome. I'm glad you got your hug book. Tammy, do you know if Rhea is going to be streaming today or not? I saw something on her community tab, and I'm not sure if it was for this week or next week. I assume it's for this week. So I've got it all pinned down so that it's not going to pull on anything. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. All right, I think we're ready for a piggy hug. Because the three little pigs. Who cannot love the three little pigs? So I need this pink. I need a lot of pinks. And some blues. All sorts of colors here. But first we need this one. And this one. And that one. And a little bit of brown, because piggies have little bits of brown in them. Okay, great. Thank you very much for that information. I thought I saw something earlier about it, but wasn't sure if it was if it was this week or not. Well, I would give you a hug, but you're on your way home, and I am at my house. I am not using my pretty cup. My pretty cup is in the dishwasher. Alex sent, when I went to visit her, gave me a wonderful, wonderful coffee cup that has my initial on it, and it's pretty. And she gave me a wonderful blanket, which I am using. It's on my chair, so I can wrap it up around me when I'm cold. And some other things that, of course, I'm going to show you all tomorrow. I give you a virtual hug. I virtually hug everybody. Everybody, group hug. Going to move over to the close-up camera so that we can get some piggy hugs done. So of course, with Rhea not running today, I really don't have anywhere to send you after I am done the hug. So I'm not going to worry too much about going over. I'm not quite sure um, if there is anyone taking up her space. I haven't been notified of anyone. So, and what are you going to be doing for the Potterathon, uh, Tammy? I know you're doing some origami stuff, right? What else are you going to do? Or is it all a surprise? Yeah, husbands always give the best hugs, though. Although there are some that just aren't huggers, that's true. My husband gives a great hug, too. All right, so I'm going to turn the light on here just a little bit. And hopefully it's not too bright. And I'm going in with brownish orange first. On this piggy in the background. The piggy in the back. Does anybody know if the three little piggies had names? I just always called them the three little piggies. I can't remember if they had names. Awesome. Luna. Now, for anyone that is going to be watching mine on Saturday, just remember that I am going to be much later than normal. On Saturday, I will be running at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that is much later than my normal time. That's actually in the evening here. So, and I will be running until 10 o'clock at night. So if you stay up and hang out with me, fantastic. If not, I am not going to be offended at all. I know it's much later for time frame for most of you that are like 3 and 4 hours ahead of me. So, but I will be here with bells on at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, that's funny, Tammy. I love that. Hi, Jamie Fran. Welcome. Or Jamie, sorry. Um, Absolutely go make your kids their dinner. I'm working on a hug, and after my picture dries, I will be showing you everyone my picture once again. Fefer Fiddler and Practical Pig. Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. But Tammy is right about the original. Okay. Brownie, Whitey, and Blackie. I don't think that would be politically correct anymore. So I'm going through with the granite rose on Whitey here. Just getting that light pink color in. Yeah, I guess I could have asked Alexa. She would have told me. But that's what I have mods for. So I'm going in with rose pink. You'd think that, these little tiny pictures wouldn't take so much time to color. But I am finding, not only do I enjoy coloring them, but I'm finding that I'm spending at least half an hour to an hour on each picture. Which, sometimes that's what I do on a regular picture. But I'm really enjoying coloring these so much that I just take all my time on them. Hi there, Angie. Good day. Good morning. Good day. Good afternoon. Not quite sure what time it is there. Thank you for stopping in. And of course, we're enjoying a piggy hug. All right. Now we're going to do. Now I'm assuming this is his. Oh dear. Trying to figure out whose is what. Okay, so we're going to do this one. This one is this one's. This one is this one's. So we're going to do this one as Whitey's. And this one is Whitey's. Ooh, yeah, kitty and puppy hugs are always, and children and puppy hugs are always the best. And then we're going to add the brown orange. That is a random fun fact. Maybe he was named after one of the little piggies. Okay. Yeah, um, we are all that way, Dana. All right, so now we're going to do his sleeve. I think I'm going to grab a little bit of red for that. What did you spend? What did you buy? What did you buy, Tammy? You gotta tell us now. cannot hint at purchases and not tell us what they were. Bye, Deb. Thank you very much for visiting and hanging out. Have a great day, evening, afternoon. Oh, I think that is brownies. I've got Whitey's foot to do. And then we're going to take a little bit of pink, the darker pink. Alright, now for this fella's, I think we're going to do this one brown. Yes, absolutely. Drink a lot of water. Lots and lots of water. Alright, so I'm going in with some sepia. And we're going to do his darker areas here. Yes. Oh my gosh. I am glad it did its thing. Well, if you need any help with anything, let me know. And I mean it, you know. Anything at all, let me know. Alright. Yes, I am definitely glad you are safe. I do actually, but I don't live out there. It probably costs just as much to send them out there. Oh, there you go, Angie. Send them out to Tammy. So now I'm going through with the brownish orange. and the brown. Yeah, the brown. It's been so long since I have read The Three Little Pigs or even looked at The Three Little Pigs, um, that I can't remember what they look like. So I'm hoping I'm doing this right. Mind you, in my children's storybook, where I actually have pictures of the Three Little Pigs, they're all in black and white, so because my storybook's very old. Yes, electricians are expensive everywhere. Yeah, please don't do that, Tammy. No electrocuting oneself. So just going through and adding that brown. My ex electrocuted himself trying to fix my mom's washing machine. That's the only time I've seen anybody electrocute themselves. He was no, he was fixing the dryer. It wasn't the washing machine, it was the dryer. And he didn't turn off the electricity first. Now I'm going in with the orange brown. Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. It's, it's one way to get yourself toasted, literally. Just putting in the dark brown on his legs and his little foot. Down into there. here and down into here. Now we're going to do his pants. And where did I put it? There we are. So we're going to start with indigo. On his bloomers. And then we're going to go with a light blue. You carving pumpkins? Yeah, we don't carve pumpkins in this house. We print them. Literally. Alright. And, okay, that's weird. Okay, so this one here has to be whitey's, right? Do you guys all see that? Alright, I gotta zoom it in so you can see it, so you can tell me. Is that Whitey's, is that Whitey's, the pink one back here, is that his foot? I eat them too, but they usually come in a can. No, I had to eat the seeds. So is that Whitey's foot? Is that the pink one's foot from back there? Because these 2 feet here coincide with the way he's standing. I know it's somebody's foot. I'm just trying to figure out whose. Okay, I'm going to color it as Whitey's, I guess. Because it's the only one that's... But boy, he's got a weird turn to his foot. Got a very strange turn to his foot. All right. It is now. Yep, exactly. That is exactly it. If it wasn't before, it is now. All right, so we're going to take ivory black. And we're going to do the dark areas on this one. This is the only one you get to see his little tail. Yes. Well, I'm glad you didn't, Terry Lynn, because I looked at it going, what is I didn't even see it there when I first started coloring it, and it's like, wait a minute, where is that coming from? Now I'm going in with some sepia. Absolutely, Tammy. It's absolutely not being offensive whatsoever. So I'm just going in with this dark brown here because I don't want to do them completely dark black color because then the highlight areas won't stand out as well. Alright, now we're going to take a dark gray. I think slate gray here. I didn't peek at yours, Terry Lynn, so I have a thing about not looking at them until I'm done them. I know it's weird, but I always worry that if I peek first, I might end up copying, and I don't like that. Because it's just a subconscious thing. Your brain tells you, oh, that's the way somebody else colored it. That's the way it should be colored. So that's where your brain takes you to with your colors. That's the way my brain works anyway. I don't know about anybody else's, but that's the way mine does. Now I'm not doing all of the areas in this darker gray. I'm going to be using some lighter gray on it as well. And adding a bit of pink to his nose. And up here on his ear. And now we're going to do a really light gray. And I think we're going to grab mouse gray. Alright. Now, I'm going to do his legs here. Hopefully I'm doing his legs. His little tail. for his outfit. Might actually get this done not too deep into overtime. It's getting close. We're just starting into overtime, so. So I'm going in with the indigo here on his trousers. Just getting into those deep areas where the shadows are. I'm so glad that there are so many that not only followed along with the September hugs, which were so cute, and it was so awesome to see everybody's colors and the way they colored everything, but that are continuing on with it with me. I really do appreciate that. I just love this little hug book. It's so wonderful. And of course, that was Tammy, Angie, and Ashley and Shell's original hashtag. And they, of course, brought it to my attention and showed me the book, and I got carried away. So that's why I'm doing all of them. Because I got way over anxious and carried away and zealous and jumped the gun. And I wasn't even coloring the right ones. Alright. So I'm going in with sky blue. And I'm just doing it very lightly, trying not to rip the book. Or color his tail blue. Alright. Yes, yes, it is a pity the paper is a little less than desirable, is the polite way of putting it, I think. Is the best way I can put it without saying a nasty word. Looking for a red. So we've got scarlet. And then we've got yellow for the center of it. Yes, I forgot you're doing everybody's, so all 90 of them. That's crazy. Well, I guess not as crazy as doing all 100, but if you're going to do all 100 on top of that, I love you, Angie. You are such an inspiration. All right, and then we're going to take our red, do the spots on the bandana. And a dark yellow. Thank you both. I hope everybody's been enjoying them. I know that I've been having fun playing and coloring them, so and that's pretty much all that matters is that I'm having a good time doing it. Oh, of course it matters that you guys enjoy it, but I'm having a good time doing it, so. Alright. That came out completely wrong, and I'm just going to hush my mouth now. On graph paper itself, like on tracing paper, I have. On the graphitint, I have colored on it. I have not drawn on it. So I'm just putting in some shadows here. I'm going to be doing his shirt white. So I'm just using gray to put in some shadows. And then we're going to take our white. Oh, Angie is coloring both Olive Shell's, Olive Tammy's, and Olive Ashley's, I do believe, the way that they've colored their pictures. So she's doing everybody's the same herself. I do believe that's the way that is, right? Yes, okay. Are you using the pencils they used or the colors they used? Which is just phenomenal to me. So she's actually coloring the book 3 times over. Alright, so I'm going in with some umber. And then we're going to actually put in a bit of green here, I think. And a little bit of spring green. Alright. And there we have our 3 little pigs. Let's switch over to the main so you can see them. in a better light. So there are our three little pigs. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. You are a goddess, I swear. Yeah. Yeah. Four times. That's just wow. So there is our three little piggies. We have a pink, a brown, and a black piggy, all given a wonderful, wonderful hug. A little cuckoo, but yeah, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. She is a goddess, absolutely. So there's our piggies for the day. The This is dry, so let's put in the white as well as the glaze for the spider web there. Oh, I can't remember if this one works or not, so I'm not going to use it. I need number 6. There we go. Here's the piggies. And cutesy little piggies. See, there's the piggies. Ah, piggies are coming. So there is our piggies hug of the day, which is hug number 55. I actually better write that on there before I forget, because I will. I don't know what I did with my pen. I gotta stop cleaning off my desk is what I gotta stop doing. Keep on losing things. So let's do this before I forget to do it. So October 13th, 2021, hug number 55. So we are 45 away from being done. Yeah, I did show it, but I will be doing it again now that it's dry after I get the other inks on there as well. So we're going to put in some bubbles here. With the white. And of course the glow in the dark paint is catching the light from behind me, so it's actually glaring out the Alright. So once again, don't forget, Harry Potter-a-thon starts on Friday. There is a link in my scheduled stream for the Harry Potter-a-thon for next Saturday. I will be streaming at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time until 10 o'clock p.m. If I fall asleep on you, it's not my fault. So make sure that you go through the schedule, ring the bells of everybody that is hanging out. Um, if you want to go over to Emily's, just hit hashtag, or not hashtag, hit exclamation point Emily, and Emily's link should come up. Same with Amazon Tammy, hit exclamation point Amazon Tammy. Make sure that you go through the schedule and ring the bell of everybody so that you can make sure that you don't miss any um, of their streams. Just gonna make sure I get the highlights on here like that. Yeah, if I could list all of my pencils, I would have to watch all of my videos just to be able to tell you what pencils I've used. It's whatever random pencils I have on my desk at the time. All right, and then we're going to take our glaze pen. All right, Valerie, goodbye, and thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. Yes, I went over and hung out with Alex for a little while because she just lives down the road from me. And took her some pencils because I had extras. And I'm going to turn on my light because I can't see if this is actually drawing. I might have to grab my other one. Yeah, I think this one's the dead one. Because I wasn't getting any liquid coming out of that. There we go, that's better. Okay, now I can see it's coming out, so. Now I'm just going over the shadows with the clear the spider web with the clear glaze. And then once I get this in place, I'll grab the flashlight and show everybody the glow once more, and now that it's dry. All right. Okay, so there's our glaze and everything else. So there is our wonderful, wonderful picture. Hi, Mona. And I've got my light here, so I'm going to turn off the lights. So just 1 second. Yes, the schedule is on Discord, absolutely. On Emily's Discord, so. All right, so there we have our glow. I'm going to turn down the gain on the camera here. And I'm going to turn on a flashlight to see if we can make it glow a little bit more. So we're going to shut down the brightness. And then we're going to turn on the light. And we're going to try to make it glow without making him. There we go. So all the paint that I've put up through the windows and through the walls is picking up that light and making it glow. And she's in complete darkness and she's still glowing, so that's kind of cool. Nope, I forgot to undo my mic. It's all good. I moved the wrong way. So we what we have accomplished today is we have gotten the Heather Valentin completed, and oh, I'm going to put a little bit of white in Froggy's eyes there. There we go. And we also got our three little piggies completed. And then tomorrow's hug is this one here. Yeah, yeah. I have a thing about that. So that this one here is what we're going to be doing tomorrow, which is an interesting little hug. It's two little monsters, devilly monsters, and there's like chicken feet and a piggy's nose, and piggy's feet and a chicken's nose. It should be interesting. Of course, on Friday is the start of the Harry Potter-a-thon, which is fabulous. So make sure that you head on over to Emily Illustrates Discord. If you're on her Discord, the schedule is on there. If not, I do have the schedule on my um, listing for my video for the Harry Potter-a-thon, my scheduled video. And this schedule is listed there. So make sure that you grab that schedule and go visit all of the wonderful, wonderful people that will be participating. Is going to be a fun weekend, and it is going to be back to back with lots and lots and lots of different people doing different things. So make sure you hang out with all of them and have some fun. Of course, I will be continuing with my All Things Thursday and Fun Stuff Friday. I will try to make sure that the Friday video goes up before the Harry Potter-a-thon starts. Other than that, guys, of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I know I've gone a little bit longer than I normally do, but I wanted to get everything done. So next, after the Harry Potter-a-thon, of course, on Wednesday next week, we have Heather Valentin going to be hanging out with us in chat. So, make sure you're here if you have any questions for her or want to ask her about any of um, her pictures or her characters. She will be here and hopefully we'll be able to hang out for a little while and answer any questions. I think that is it. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Of course, remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Love y'all. Okay, bye bye for now.